Good morning, pre-K friends. Today for craft time, we're going to make a Valentine's Day paper plate bear. So in your packet, you received one paper plate and a piece of pink tissue paper. Now at home, you have already received a packet of construction paper. You're going to need 3 pieces. You need one white piece, one red piece, and one pink piece. You're also going to need your glue stick, or you can use your white school glue, and you're going to need either a marker or a pencil. The first step to make our paper plate bear is going to be to cut up our tissue paper. You could rip it also, but it might be some nice practice using scissors to cut the paper up. Now I went ahead already and I cut mine up, and I cut mine into small square pieces. So you need your paper plate, and the idea is to cover this whole paper plate up with the pink tissue paper. So let's go ahead and get started. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on the plate and then take a piece of tissue paper and put it on top. So we're going to do that, and make sure you cover the whole plate. Now that my plate is covered with pink tissue paper, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to start making the parts of the bear. I'm going to start with the red, and we have to make his mouth area. So we are going to draw a fairly large oval for his mouth area. So an oval is long and round. So we're going to cut out our oval. We're going to cut right on that line. Now parents, you can see if your kiddo can draw an oval, or if you want to draw the oval and have them cut it out, that's fine too. I know that the kids have been practicing drawing shapes, so maybe give them a chance to do that. Alright, so this is like this part of the area of the bear's face, so we're going to glue that onto our bear. Stick that right on there. For his nose, I thought it might be cute to use a pink heart. So I'm going to draw a heart on my pink piece of paper. And cut it out. There's my pink heart that I cut out. This is going to go on top of the red oval that we used for his mouth area. I'm going to use a little bit of glue, put it on the back of my heart, and that's going to go right there. Right. So I have his nose and his mouth area. Now I have to draw his lips. And this is how I'm going to draw them. But you can draw them any way you want to. Alright, that's how I drew his lips. Alright, next, my favorite part of a bear is his ears. So we have to make 2 ears for our bear. So you can do this a couple different ways. You could draw a circle and cut the circle out. Circles are nice and round. And then all we have to do is cut that circle in half. And we have two half circles that we can use as the bear's ear. So his ears are going to go towards the top. So you're going to line the straight edge with a little bit of glue. We're going to stick them at the top of the bear's head. There's his ears. We're going to add a little decoration to his ears. We're going to draw and cut out 2 smaller hearts. Again, parents, allow your children to attempt to draw the shapes. They don't have to be perfect. So I draw 2 hearts. I drew 2 hearts. Now I'm going to cut them out. Hearts can be tricky to cut out, so if your children want and need the hand-over-hand help, you can help them cut them out. Remember, when our children are cutting, we're always looking for most of the fingers in here and the thumb in the small hole. And the thumb should be pointing upwards when they're cutting. Okay, now I have my 2 small hearts. I'm going to glue them onto his ears. So a little bit of glue on the back. Here's 1. And uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I almost lost it. Here is the second one. I'm going to put that on the other ear. Alright, so our bear has 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. He's missing one thing. You're right, he needs some eyes. What shape do you think we would use for eyes? Circles? That's right, that's what I'm going to use. Now if you want your bear to have a different shaped eyes, that's okay. So I'm going to draw 2 circles. Remember, circles are nice and round. Now I'm going to cut them out. Parent, it is easier for your children to handle a smaller piece of paper. So if you are drawing, or if they are drawing the circles, let them go ahead and draw it, and then trim around it so that when they are turning the paper, it's not a huge piece of paper they're trying to turn. And you want to help them learn that it's the paper that turns, not necessarily the arm that is going up and around. So help guide that paper so that the paper is turning as they are cutting. Shapes are a lot harder for children to cut out. Alright, there's one. There's 2. I have my 2 circles. I'm going to put some glue on the back of them. And his eyes are going to go in between his nose and his ears. So there's 1. And here's the second one. Okay, now I am going to add a black dot in the middle so that they look like eyes. So I'm going to draw a little circle in the middle and then color it in. So what I did was drew a circle and then I colored it in. Okay, and there we have our Valentine's Day bear paper plate craft. Have fun. We can't wait to see your finished products.